Hey guys, hey! So, this is, I guess we're in week 3 now, so I wanted to do a few updates. I'm at home because we're out of school for Martin Luther King Jr. holiday. And what is your favorite part about taking online classes? The flexibility? Is it being able to work at home? I don't know. I think that's my favorite part, is being able to connect with you all the time, not just with a hour and a half classroom time span. So let's look at what we are going to be doing in the next week. So last week, make sure you check your grades, because I had one or two that did not complete the very first assignment, that scavenger hunt. So check your grades. And one thing I want to tell you is, in the grade book, if you ever see a backslash, it actually is a reminder for me that you have missed some assignment. And it'll actually say needs to be turned in ASAP. Because I never really want you, it's like a reminder. And it actually brings your grade down as if you had a 0. So if you ever see that backslash, that means, hey, this is a reminder you need to do this. Okay? So, when we start getting a little further along, you'll start seeing backslashes as your reminder. So last week we did 1.03 and 1.04, and you should be starting that serial project. So this week we are actually going to finish, what's due next Monday, is we're going to finish Unit 1. So we're going to hit on Unit 5, which is foundational knowledge. And what I want you to see, we're going to be talking about in Unit 5, marketing information management. Now, I will be the first to tell you, some people really, really enjoy this part of marketing. I wouldn't, but now some people would. But we're gonna do an assignment that we kind of get to taste how it works and see how it works. But marketing information management is what we are talking about. And I've got your notes. If you want to handwrite them in your notebook, or if you want to print this graphic organizer out and fill it out, that's up to you. And I gave you a practice vocabulary matching quiz here. So this assignment, do not freak out because it says essay. Please. Do not freak out. Okay, so what you're going to do is you are going to watch a TV show, or maybe choose something to observe. So I've had students before who went to Walmart at a certain time of day and hung out just to see what the demographics were of the customers. Was it mostly families? Was it a certain, they figured out what the customers were. I've had students who sat, I had one who sat on her road, and she counted the number of cars that went by during a certain time period of the day versus another certain time period. Now, what I did when I first came up with this, my example was, I would watch a 1-hour TV show. You can pick any TV show you want to do, and keep track, make notes of within that hour, about the commercials. And what you're looking for is, what type of the commercials are they? Do you think there'll be a certain type? Who is the target audience for most of the commercials? Do you think the commercials would have been different if the target audience would have been different? So, like, if I'm watching Game of Thrones, or if I'm watching Scooby-Doo, what's the difference in the commercials? Talk about that. So then you're going to take 3/4 of a page. Please don't overthink this, people. Please don't make this a big deal. 3/4 of a page, and you're going to tell me about what you chose to observe and what your goal was. Now, this is where it's up to you. If you want to just watch a TV show, that's fine. If you want to, pull something out like some of my other students have. If you have a Girl Scout in your family and you want to see, if you want to observe which cookies sell the most and keep a record of that, or hey, that's an idea. That's fine. So you choose your goal and why you chose that goal. You're going to make notes of your observations that will be turned in with your research essay. and any variables that affected your observation. So if I am watching a TV show and let's say there was a emergency announcement from the president, or for whatever reason the news broke into my show, do you think that's going to change how many commercials you saw? Well, of course it is. So don't make this harder than it is, please. It can be double-spaced, 3/4 of a page. Don't freak out on me. So this is meant for you to understand what marketing information is. We're doing observations. Sometimes they do surveys. So you want to do this project and turn it in. It's not a project. It shouldn't take you, that long. But don't wait till Saturday to do your observation and then you're stuck writing over the weekend. And then we have, this is a great discussion, invading my privacy. And I want you to get on the internet, find a business you're familiar with. Some people do something as simple as Amazon, Walmart, Google, Facebook. But look at their privacy policy or their privacy statement. And I want you to answer these questions about this. And I don't know what social media you guys are into. I know Facebook and Instagram have turned to personalized ads. So if I get on Google and I search up Target, I'm going to start seeing ads on Facebook and Instagram about Target. And it's just how they do things. Is that going too far? Do you believe that them collecting your browser information is going too far? Because they all do it. Okay? So, pick a website. I don't care what website. And read their privacy statement. And see, are they sharing your information? And then, if you go to one website and they don't have a privacy statement, find another website. Just go to another website. I don't care what website you use. And this is his discussion, and I would really like to see you guys talking back and forth about what you found. Okay? So this is where I want to see a lot of class talk. So don't just go in there and post once. You're supposed to actually reply to 2 people. But I want to see you really having a conversation and invading my privacy. And then the 105 quiz. Remember your quizzes, you can take them more than once, and I take the highest grade. Okay, then when you finish that, it tells you to take the Unit 1 test. So, you will take your Unit 1 exam. Use your quizzes, your notes, whatever you want to do. It's open note. Don't freak out about it. And we're actually we're going to do 2.01 this week. Whoopsie. Alright, so then you have the overview of all of Unit 2, and notice Unit 2 is pretty big. It is actually, I'll give you your first big test halfway through Unit 2. It is so large. It's our largest unit. So you have your unit vocabulary here, and it's broken down. Don't go writing all this down. When you work on 2.01, look at the 2.01 and the different tiers here. So we're going to talk about selling. Selling is not my strong point personally. I have an uncle who could sell you dirt and make you think you've bought gold. And he doesn't cheat anyone. He could sell anything. I mean, he has got a talent. So we're going to talk about selling in 2.01. Here's your checkoff sheet. If you want to print those off, always click right here. Okay. In your notebook, your learning targets, essential questions, criteria. Here's your vocabulary. Focus and review notes. I've given you another graphic organizer, or you can just take your own notes in your notebook. Whatever works for you. Then you're going to watch this video about how to sell feature benefits, and you can take notes on that as well. Then we have our first assignment, and it is a discussion, and what I want you to do is you're going to read these 3 articles that are on PDF format, and here's the following points I want you to talk about. And what I want you to tell me is how those articles touched on these different points, okay? And you will just discuss that and reply to 2 people. And then we have a suggestive selling worksheet. It is not hard. Make a copy. So suggestive selling, if I am a Chick-fil-A employee and you come up to my cash register and you order a Chick-fil-A sandwich, what suggestions can I give you that goes along with a Chick-fil-A sandwich? So I'm going to probably suggest sweet tea and a side salad. That's just 2 suggestions that I can make. So sneakers, well, there we go. What are 2 suggestions? Bread, cell phones, laptops. So you will fill that out, and then you will hand that in, and then you have your 2.01 foundational selling practice quiz. So I hope this kind of covers everything for you for this week. I'm going to go ahead and make sure I got that in the calendar for you. I think I do, but we'll see. The scavenger hunt was the first thing due. The Remind app 101, 102. Okay, it's already there. And then remember that yeah, there you go. So, I'm trying to look here. If you have any questions, remember your serial project is due February 4th. If you're having any issues with that, please send me a message or text me. If I look at it here, I've given you a lot of examples, and it's 3 parts. You're handing 3 different things here. Don't overthink it. Remember, everything's cool. And if you get stressed, let me know. Send me a message. So this is your overview, and I know a couple of you owe me stuff from last week, like 103 and 104, not counting the serial project. Make sure you go back and answer the guesses on 3 truths and a lie. I don't grade it until you tell us what the truth was, or the lie was. Sorry, my bad. So make sure you go back and do that. Let me see if you've missed any more announcements. Okay, guys, I will see you later. Have a good week.